Ever wonder what sets truly great companies apart from the rest? What if there was a formula that could take any organization from being good to achieving greatness? Today, we're diving into Jim Collins' groundbreaking book, Good to Great, where we'll uncover the key strategies that have transformed ordinary companies into industry leaders. In this video, we'll explore the principles behind sustained success and how they can be applied not only in business, but in your personal journey as well. If you're ready to learn what it takes to go from good to great, make sure to subscribe for more powerful insights on achieving excellence. In the first chapter of Good to Great, Jim Collins explores why many companies never reach their full potential because they settle for being good. Based on a 5-year study of 1,435 companies, Collins and his team identified key factors that separate good companies from truly great ones. The idea is simple. When a company is doing well enough, there's often no sense of urgency to improve. This comfort is the biggest obstacle to becoming great. Collins argues that greatness requires more than just circumstances or luck. It's a conscious decision that leaders must make. It's about refusing to settle and instead pursuing disciplined action and leadership to push the organization beyond mediocrity. Picture this. You're running a business that's doing fairly well. The profits are decent, the customers are satisfied, and everything seems to be running smoothly. But somewhere in the back of your mind, you know there's more potential. You know your company could be doing better, maybe even leading the industry. The problem, many leaders in this situation stop pushing for more. They settle for what's good enough. But what if you, like the CEOs Collins studied, chose to push beyond just good? What if you led your company with the discipline to make tough decisions and adopt strategies that drive sustainable greatness? This chapter reminds us that settling for mediocrity can be a company's downfall. It takes leadership, conscious effort, and a relentless drive to become truly great. Principle number 1 is, good is the enemy of great. Settling for mediocrity can prevent you from achieving greatness. In Chapter 2 of Good to Great, Jim Collins introduces the concept of Level 5 leadership, describing it as the highest level in a hierarchy of leadership that drives companies from good to great. The 5 levels start with a capable individual at Level 1, moving to a contributing team member at Level 2, a competent manager at Level 3, and an effective leader at Level 4. But it's Level 5 that sets truly great companies apart. Leaders who blend personal humility with intense professional will. These leaders are not in it for personal accolades. They focus on the long-term success of the company, often shunning the spotlight in favor of empowering their teams and building lasting greatness. Now picture this. You're the head of a team and you've achieved success in your career. The next logical step might be to seek out recognition for your hard work, but instead you choose to turn that focus inward. You don't chase fame or personal glory. Instead, like the Level 5 leaders Collins describes, you direct your efforts toward making decisions that benefit the company, even if they go unnoticed. Your humility doesn't mean you lack drive. On the contrary, you're fiercely determined to make the company great. But it's the company's greatness that matters, not yours. This chapter reminds us that the most effective leaders are those who combine humility with an unwavering resolve to succeed. Principle number 2 is Level 5 leadership. The path to greatness lies in humility combined with fierce determination. In Chapter 3 of Good to Great, Jim Collins emphasizes the importance of prioritizing people before strategy with the concept, first who, then what. The chapter argues that the first step toward greatness is not deciding where to go, but ensuring the right people are on the bus, that is, in the company. These right people are not just about skills, but also about cultural fit and alignment with the company's core values. Once you have the right team, figuring out what to do, the direction to take, and the strategy to implement becomes far easier. In short, the people are the most crucial element in achieving long-term success. Imagine you're leading a project, and before diving into plans or strategy, you focus on building your team. You choose people not only for their qualifications, but for their ability to work together and drive the project forward. With the right people in place, you know that whatever obstacles come your way, you'll be equipped to handle them. Like the successful leaders Collins studied, you trust that the right team will guide the project to success no matter what the final destination looks like. This chapter teaches us that assembling the right team comes before setting any grand vision or strategy. Principle number 3 is, First who, then what. The key to greatness lies in getting the right people in place before deciding the direction. In Chapter 4 of Good to Great, Jim Collins highlights the importance of facing harsh realities head-on while maintaining unwavering faith in the ultimate success of the company. Great companies don't shy away from acknowledging the brutal facts of their situation, no matter how uncomfortable. Leaders create environments where employees feel safe to speak the truth, no matter how difficult it may be to hear. This chapter also introduces the Stockdale paradox, named after Admiral Jim Stockdale, a POW who balanced brutal realism with unshakable belief in a positive outcome. This paradox teaches that while you must confront the harshest realities of your situation, you must also never lose faith that you will prevail in the end. Now, think about a time when your business or project wasn't going as planned. Maybe sales were down or the team wasn't performing as expected. Instead of ignoring these problems, you sat down with your team, confronted the issues directly, and encouraged them to share their honest perspectives. It was tough, but by addressing the brutal facts, you created a clear path forward. And like Admiral Stockdale, despite the challenges, you never lost faith that your company or project would come out stronger on the other side. This chapter reminds us that greatness requires balancing tough realism with relentless optimism. Principle number 4 is confront the brutal facts. Achieving greatness means facing hard truths while never losing faith in success. In Chapter 5 of Good to Great, Jim Collins introduces the Hedgehog Concept, a simple yet powerful framework that helps great companies focus their strategy on what truly matters. The concept is built around the intersection of 3 key areas: what the company can be the best in the world at, what drives its economic engine, and what the company is deeply passionate about. By identifying and concentrating on this intersection, companies avoid distractions and align all their efforts toward a singular, clear goal. Like the hedgehog, which knows one big thing and sticks to it, great companies simplify their focus and commit to what they can excel at. Picture this. You're running a business that's pulled in multiple directions. There are countless opportunities, each tempting in its own way. But instead of chasing every new idea, you step back and identify your hedgehog concept. You ask yourself, what can we truly be the best at? What drives our profitability? And what are we passionate about? With this clarity, you simplify your strategy, focus your team's energy, and direct your efforts toward becoming the best in that specific area. This focus is what sets apart companies that achieve long-term greatness. This chapter teaches us that success comes from simplicity and focus on what truly matters. Principle number 5 is the Hedgehog Concept. Greatness lies in finding the intersection of passion, economic drivers, and what you can be the best at. In Chapter 6 of Good to Great, Jim Collins emphasizes the importance of building a culture of discipline within organizations that transition from good to great. This culture involves disciplined people who are empowered to take disciplined actions and engage in disciplined thought. When the right people are in place, there's no need for layers of bureaucracy or micromanagement. The chapter explains how a disciplined culture helps companies remain focused on their hedgehog concept, avoiding the distractions and trends that often pull other businesses off course. Discipline ensures that the company stays aligned with its core strategy, driving it toward sustainable success. Now imagine leading a team where everyone understands their role and acts with discipline without needing constant oversight. You've already assembled the right people, and because of that, they don't need rules and regulations to stay on track. Instead, they stay focused on the company's core strategy, making decisions based on your shared vision. Like the great companies Collins studied, your organization remains steady, even when tempting trends arise, because discipline keeps you aligned with your hedgehog concept. This chapter shows that discipline is the key to maintaining focus and achieving long-term greatness. Principle number 6 is a culture of discipline. Greatness is achieved when disciplined people, thoughts, and actions align with a clear vision. In Chapter 7 of Good to Great, Jim Collins explores how great companies use technology as an accelerator, rather than the primary driver of their success. Unlike mediocre companies that chase after the latest technological trends, great companies are selective, adopting only the technologies that align with and support their hedgehog concept. Technology in this case enhances their existing strengths and helps propel them toward greatness. The key message here is that while technology can accelerate progress, it should never replace the disciplined focus on what truly makes a company great. Imagine you're running a business, and there's constant pressure to adopt every new tech innovation that hits the market. But instead of jumping at every shiny new tool, you carefully evaluate which technologies will strengthen your core strategy, the one area where you can be the best. You don't use technology as a crutch. Instead, you use it to amplify what's already working. This measured approach is what separates great companies from those that rely too heavily on technology, without understanding its true impact. This chapter highlights that technology is a tool, not the foundation of success. Principle number 7 is technology accelerators. Greatness is achieved by using technology to enhance your strengths, not as a shortcut to success. In Chapter 8 of Good to Great, Jim Collins presents the concept of the flywheel and the doom loop to explain how great companies achieve success through consistent, focused effort. The flywheel represents a company's momentum, the result of steady, disciplined actions over time. At first, the wheel is hard to turn, but with persistent effort, it gradually builds speed until it achieves a powerful, self-sustaining force that leads to breakthrough results. On the other hand, companies caught in the doom loop are constantly changing direction, chasing quick fixes, and failing to build any lasting momentum. These companies make reactive decisions without giving their strategies time to take root, leading to inconsistent results. Picture this. You're leading a team, and at first, progress seems slow. Each push forward feels like it takes enormous effort, but you don't get discouraged. Instead, you remain disciplined and focused, confident that every small win is contributing to something bigger. Eventually, the progress compounds and momentum builds. Your team starts moving forward faster and with less effort, leading to major breakthroughs. In contrast, companies stuck in the doom loop change strategies too quickly, never giving themselves the chance to build momentum, and they end up spinning in circles. This chapter shows that greatness is achieved by consistent effort over time. Principle number 8 is the flywheel and the doom loop. Lasting success comes from steady, focused momentum, not reactive decisions and constant changes. In Chapter 9 of Good to Great, Jim Collins ties together the concepts of achieving greatness and sustaining it over the long term. Great companies don't stop at a single success. They continually evolve while staying true to their core values. The key to long-term greatness is maintaining a balance between adaptability and preserving what made them great in the first place. Collins connects this idea to the principles in his earlier book, Built to Last, showing that the journey doesn't end once a company reaches greatness. It's about making greatness last by fostering a culture that can thrive through change without losing sight of its core purpose. Imagine leading a company that has finally achieved significant success, but instead of resting on your laurels, you realize that the real challenge is to keep that success going for the long haul. You focus on what got you to this point, your core values and disciplined strategies, while also staying open to innovation and new ways of doing things. Like the companies Collins studied, you understand that long-term greatness is about evolution, but never at the cost of what makes your company truly exceptional. This chapter teaches that greatness isn't just about reaching the top, it's about staying there. Principle number 9 is, from good to great to built to last. Sustaining greatness requires balancing adaptability with a commitment to core values. In Good to Great, Jim Collins illustrates how companies can transition from mediocrity to sustained excellence through disciplined leadership, strategic focus, and a relentless commitment to core values. The book provides a roadmap for organizations to not only achieve greatness but to build systems that ensure long-term success. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. And if you liked what you saw, a like would mean the world to me. It helps support the channel and lets me know you want to see more content like this. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.